Hello and welcome to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Of course, I am Auntie. I am so excited for each and every one of you all who have tuned in tonight. We are truly thankful over here at Make It Make Sense with Auntie. I want to thank everybody for helping us reach over 251,000 listeners. So that means everybody around the world is somewhere around the world is getting the message. So I hope y'all translating it and y'all are all making it make sense with Auntie. It's a little cold down here, so Auntie's voice a little shaky. But trust me when I tell you, I got my tea, so I'm excited. So we sipping tea tonight. I have an exciting show for you, but before we get into that, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors, and then we can tap into some of these topics around the world, so we can try to make it make sense. Starting out tonight, yes, we have to give a warm shout out to us. Pedro over at HS Soap Company. It is now time for me to get my new order in. If you have not reached out yet, please go and do so now. Trust me when I tell you this time of the year, you most definitely want to tap in, especially if you're dealing with HS or eczema. Go over to the HS Soap Company and don't forget to tell him that Auntie sent you. I promise you, you will not regret it. And make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to tap in over to my girl Rena Simone. I promise you, it's for beauty on the inside or the out. Baby, listen, you do not want to miss this opportunity. So if you are looking for a spiritual wellness or guidance, whether it is teas or crystals, this is your girl. Go ahead and reach out and make sure you tell her Auntie sent you. I promise you, another time you won't regret it. And of course, listen, y'all already know what it is. Shout out over there to Smooth Transition Design. Make sure y'all holler at Mr. Show Out. Contact today for your free consultation. I promise you, you will not regret it. And I mean that. Listen, I promise you. And this is where has been worn. This is not a brand new shirt. This shirt has been washed. If you cannot see it multiple times. So yes, listen, the quality is that. Yes. So you do want to reach out 656-214-9209. And of course, when life gives you lemons, make sure you make it make sense with Auntie. I am your mentor and your host. I promise you. Listen, I know I keep saying I promise you, but I mean that and I'm standing on my promises. So yes, we are in it is all in November. And I am excited. So if you need to reach out, if you are looking for somebody to talk to, especially with everything going on in the world, make sure you reach out. And yes, we are excited. We are only 2 months away. Yeah, 2 months away for Make It Make Sense with Auntie Youth Fruitiverse Youth Day. We will be in Atlanta, and I am truly excited to go there. January 3rd. Make sure if you are in the area, if you know somebody, tell somebody to tell somebody. Trust me. And I'm telling y'all to trust me. Now, I'm not telling you to promise you. I'm telling you to trust me. Y'all are going to have a great time this year. We had a good time last year, and I promise you we're going to have a better time this year. I'm excited. Bring your kids out. Tell them to bring out their issues and their problems. This is going to be a day that we are going to make it make sense with the youth, the adults. You want to be in the building as well. I have some information for you all as well. For our younger youth, we will be introducing our fruitlings. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But tickets are available to our youth event. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor or a vendor, make sure you contact us at contact me now. You can inbox me, DM me, reach out to me at admin at Make It Make Sense with Auntie or Lemons Make It Make Sense at gmail.com. Yes, thank y'all. Please make sure you tune in. Make sure y'all come out. So if you will be in the Atlanta area, Atlanta Braves Stadium Spaces area. Listen, we are planning on having a great time. There will be food. There will be laughter. Um, there may be even some crying. I did get a little bit of tears last time we was out there. I want everybody to have a great time. We have a little bit of extra time. So if you know of an organization that has youth that, will benefit from this day, please tell somebody. Hey, just something. If you're looking for something to do with your kids on this day, it is that Saturday before they return back to school from the winter break. So you can give them something to do. Let's get them refocused before the year. Go ahead and get some goals put in place for the new year. Let's go ahead and make it make sense with the youth, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we're going to make it a better place. We got to start with our kids because they're the ones that have to take over where we leave off. Now, with that being said, y'all ready? Because we finna discuss some topics that Auntie has dug around and found out, and been looking at and reading up on. So we gonna start off tonight. Now, a little backstory. So, a couple months ago, I can't remember the exact episode. I did talk about this particular uh, story that we are going to discuss in this after this clip that we're about to view. So this story has been going on now for maybe it's about a year or two. And we're gonna go right into it, and then we're gonna discuss this because I really want your thoughts. Go ahead, DC. Did the video come up with it? All right, so I'm not sure if we got the video. All right, so this is the story.
No video. No video.
No video came with it. All right. So with this story, as you can see from the pictures, I mean, just looking at a couple of the pictures in this story, you would think that this was maybe a display in the museum, and you would absolutely be correct. But could you imagine looking at a display, going to an exhibit, and identifying one of these remains as someone that you have been looking for? So if we go in a little back context with this story, the young lady. Let me make sure I got the right one. Let me make sure we got to make sure we got the right story. Right. So the young lady's name is Kim Eric Smith, and I am Christopher's mother. So the young man that's in these photos that is being displayed is named Christopher. She wrote a post, and it was, "I don't believe the body ever made it to Tennessee. Although it was reported in a news article online that the body was being moved to Tennessee, think that was a trick while they made the body disappear. Last documented sites of his body was April 20th, 2025 at Real Bodies exhibition at Bally's." Now, if you don't know what this is, so at one point there was an exhibition that was going on where they had real bodies on display in Las Vegas, Nevada. In August of 2025, now 300 piles of human remains were discovered illegally dumped right outside of Las Vegas. Now, if you don't recall, a few months ago we were discussing a lot of stories that were coming out of uh, funeral homes, crematories, and then all of a sudden there was this huge dumping of remains that showed up in this area. And there recently, I think there was a funeral service that said that they were going to claim the remains, so they can get a proper burial. Well, however, the authorities are currently investigating who these people are. However, she doesn't believe that they are due to the remains. Now, my question to you is, could you imagine, or do you feel as if there would be someone is going to actually come up and say, like, this is what's going on, or how, I don't even know how to word this. How scary is this to know that now, I mean, we have all of these people that are turning up missing. I know there was a story done. I did a story last year on the Balenciaga series situation where there was a young man that was posed in one of their stores as a wax statue. So if they are now like just blatantly placing bodies in our face, and do you really truly believe that they are actually looking for these people that they are telling us that are going missing, or are they still continuing on to benefit after? I mean, because we go through all of the stories of the organs, um, and that's all across the board. We have families that are telling us about these organs that are showing up missing. Now we actually have bodies that are turning up and being discarded. How do you think that this like should be handled? Do you really think it's that hard to find? I mean, Miss Kim, she is looking for help. Like, I mean, if anybody knows anything, and we always hear the stories of people that worked around these places or was there, or if because I even seen some of the comments, people actually went to this exhibit, and and there are certain places that refused to allow this exhibition to be even placed inside of their facilities because no one was able to tell them where these remains were. So my thing is, should they be held responsible? And when I say held responsible, those that are in control of this exhibition that is disbanding and rebanding and being taken around the world, because I know this is happening in more places than just this particular exhibition. Right. I don't know. There was a young lady, I think her name was Monica. And thank you, Monica, for sending me the story. Listen, I'm really, when it comes to these situations, because I'm a person that at one point used to say that I was going to donate my body to science. Um, because of some of the health medical issues that I did have. But I would feel as if this is something that is being done or it has been done, because I do remember from the original story, this young, I think the mother said that she was able to identify her son's body by the tattoo. If I'm not mistaken, right? So okay. So I was asked from TikTok, did I know how someone would be able to identify what just looks like a skeleton remains? I don't know. Me personally, so when I look at those pictures, I probably see something that other people didn't know don't see. And I did go, I went to school to be it took for criminal investigation. So making, to recreation of faces and reconstruction. Sometimes you'll see something that's deeper than what somebody else sees. But I also seen comments, and I do believe that as a parent, there is something in you that knows your child, regardless of what it is, what has been changed or altered, what has um, even, and it's sad to say, when it's down to just bone and tissue, just there are little things that just will let you know. I do believe, and I truly believe that. So I do believe that this mother knows that this is her child, and if this is her child, I believe that she deserves the rights, because her sons had went missing, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Okay. So back in October, the mother stated that this is the body of a murdered young man out of Midlothian, Texas. Cause of death was cyanide poisoning, and it was considered an unsolved murder. His name is Christopher Tar Eric. He was born September 27th of '89, and I guess was considered dead 11/10/12. Illegal organ harvesting, murder, and plastinated, currently on public display for financial gain at Real Bodies of Exhibition in Las Vegas, Nevada. That was a post that was posted on October the 29th by, again, Miss Kim Eric Smith. So I really hope that she gets justice. If um I do. I believe. I pray that she gets justice if that is her child. And I believe that all of them should be examined for the missing bodies and missing people that they have been looking for. Because if it's just one person made this discovery, then I believe that, of course, there would have to be more. It wouldn't have just started with one. So again, thank you for sending us that story. Alrighty. Yeah, if you have any, if you have any questions, or I mean, I can only look for more information. Like I said, the post actually came from Kim Eric Smith. So if we can reach out to her, if anybody can tag her, I would be more than welcome to have her on the show. Um, because this is her life, it's something that she is going through. So if you know her, you can tell her to reach out to Auntie, and we'll continue to try to reach out to her so we can get her side of this story, because that is something that you know I feel that should be publicized just as much as her pain. Her healing should definitely be publicized as well. Now, um, we have. I am going just a little bit. The young man, we did a story on. I think his name is David or David. He was the young man where there was the young lady whose body was found in his Tesla. that was burned out. So just just a little update on that story. I did hear that I don't believe he is going to be charged. So I am going to keep up with that story because I believe there has been too much in information that has been passed on for it just to have moved that easily. But I also said that a Tesla was involved, so it shouldn't have been that hard to crack. So we're gonna stay tuned for that because I did get that story a little bit late, so I wasn't able. And at the moment, I'm not sure who the listener is that sent that story over to me, but I will thank you when I do get a chance to go back and look at it. I will look more into it and go deeper into that story for you. I really appreciate everyone that is sending me the topics and that has questions for me. But right now, no homicide charges have been, they have he hasn't been charged with that yet. So we're gonna stay tuned with that because that is a very sad story. And for the family and for the young lady to have lost her life in such a way, regardless of how she lost her life, it was still she lost her life, and so we do want to her rest in peace, and it's a sad situation all the way around. Now a little bit this next story I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and get it on out the way because right now, if you are my listeners, if you are listening from Tampa, right now my city is hurting, my city is crying, and it's a devastation. And tonight, this is something, right now, everybody in my city is pretty much trying to make it make sense. And this topic is because it goes across the board. And when we talk about this, it's something that we see it all the time. And, it kind of leaves others divided because there are decisions that are made. And when it took place. So I wasn't able to get this story over to him, this weekend. I wasn't able to get it to him fast enough. My schedule kind of got a little mixed up. But so this weekend in the city of Tampa, for those of you that are familiar with the city of Tampa, we have a strip here that is known as Ybor City. This is where everyone comes to party. If you want to be a part of the party life in Tampa, you come here to party. Well, this weekend there was an incident that occurred on Saturday night where we had four people lose their life just for going out. There was a young man that decided him, and I know what happens. I've actually went to see some, so I can't not, but I did see. I don't know. It becomes to a point that it becomes dangerous not for the person, but those that are around them, and innocent bystanders are always at risk. Well, this past weekend, um, there was four victims who died in a deadly Ybor City crash, and that was at and it did take place on the corner of Ybor City, at a club that they're named by Bradley's. There were four victims that lost their life, and there was and we want to just a moment and take to remember these people that just only went out to have fun for the weekend, not thinking that would be the last time that they would go out. They would lose their life just for going out. So there was 25-year-old Christina Richards, 41-year-old Lisa Johnson, 53-year-old Sherman Jones, and 53-year-old Marlon Collins were killed. The driver, 22-year-old Silas Sampson, is now facing 4 counts of vehicular homicide, 4 counts of aggravated fleeing and elude causing bodily injury or death.
I found your
What's up,
video.
you?
I found your
You
video.
found all right. So we're gonna go to the video just a moment so that you all give a little context to what it is that I am talking about. And again, it's a sad time in my city. So you can go ahead with that video, DC.
They were out in Ybor having a good time, expecting to go home safely, and a careless, reckless driver takes everybody's lives in his hands and just ended this night in a situation that's never going to be the same for these individuals.
Breaking news as we come on to the air. A night out in Ybor City turns deadly after police say a speeding driver crashed into a group of people. Right now, 4 people are dead and 11 others are hurt. Now, this all happened around 12:30 this morning on East 7th Avenue in 10 Tampa Bay. News reporter Nick Valturo just got to the scene. And Nick, please tell us what investigators are saying at this time.
Yeah, Emerald, definitely a very chilling, and as you can see, also still a very active scene, because this all came to a violent end over here on 7th Avenue in Ybor City, and that's where we are, in the heart of Ybor City. And if I just take a step away, you can still see there are investigators outside. There's glass debris and what's left of a business front after a speeding car came barreling through the area. Now, Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkhaw says it started right around 12:30 when they spotted 2 cars racing westbound on Hillsborough Avenue, heading toward I-275. One driver, they decided to bail off. The other kept going south on the interstate. Now, that driver exited into downtown, where Florida Highway Patrol troopers, they tried to make a traffic stop at a Nebraskan Palm, even attempted a pit maneuver, we're told, but they could not get that driver to stop. Now, when troopers tried to back off, the car flew into Ybor, and moments later, it slammed into this business just east of 15th Street near Bradley's. Now, police say it plowed through more than a dozen people who were outside. Now, 4 people were killed, 7 others were hurt. Tampa police haven't said what business was hit or how badly damaged it is, but we're looking right outside at Bradley's, and you can see the damage right there. You know, Chief Lee Burkhaw, you heard him, he called it just a senseless loss of life. And back out here, investigators have been on the scene. They have arrested a 22-year-old Silas Sampson, who is now charged with vehicular homicide. We know there are other victims that are in the hospital. They're expected to be in stable condition. Another 2 also refused to be treated at the scene. They did not want to go to the hospital, but of course, it's a very chilling scene. And this comes after that violent incident just 2 years ago in Ybor City, that Halloween shooting where several people were hurt, dozens were actually injured. And of course, this brings back bad memories of that. So we're just talking to people over here, trying to get a little bit more information. But as you can see, investigators are still out here taking a look.
All right, so as you can see, this was a devastating weekend in the city of Tampa. And so with that being said, there has been a lot of back and forth with this whole situation of who is to blame. Now, when saying who is to blame, I want to go ahead and go on the record, and I'm on the record saying this. I believe that, that the blame, it's kind of hard. It is more of a judgment call when it comes to situations like this, because we all have to understand, when this young man went out to go and drag race, he already knew, what he was up against. He already knew what, the chances, what could have possibly happened. I'm pretty sure that when he was thinking in the terms of what could happen, his night did not end by taking the lives of 4 people, especially at the age of 22 years old, because we already know that, at 22 years old, he was just having fun going out to thinking that drag racing, we sometimes tend to think that some things are not harmless. We think of some of the, consequences, but we really don't think that they will be as drastic as the true outcome of such decisions that we make. This young man made a very, very horrible decision. Now, when it comes to the officers, we also understand that each of these officers had to make a decision call. Do I believe that as far as chasing them, I do not believe that they should chase them. I believe that we have come far enough as for right. We have a message see out from the CEO shout out, that says prayers, and most definitely we want to send prayers. But I do believe that we are at a level of technology where we are able to, infiltrate more ways to stop vehicles and stop, criminals besides taking their lives. And in this situation, 4 innocent bystanders lost their lives. 7 other people, are harmed and will forever remember this night. The places that we have been, going out to try and enjoy ourselves have become hunting ground. Is sad that we can no longer just go out and enjoy. I mean, it's always been, you know, a place that we need to be observant of what's going on around us. That we need to pay attention to the things that going around. We was always taught. Well, I can't say we all were, but I was always taught to pay attention to what's going on around you, be observant. But how when you just going out, you sitting outside, you walking down the street, and somebody makes a decision that affects everybody. And this was a very, very drastic decision that was made. I was asked, how did I feel? And I was asked, should the officers be held accountable? Well, in my saying this, I believe that should that them they said, I think that the points that they stopped here in Tampa, if you are familiar, were like Palm, and just by them saying Palm, they had already hit the Ybor City district. Ybor City is literally just a few streets. So should that chase have went into Ybor City? Absolutely not. I don't believe, and that's why I do not believe that police should chase these cars. I believe that we are highly advanced because we see that they also had a helicopter that was in a part of this incident. So we know that the helicopter had them in their sight, so they were able to see them. Now, I have a few, there's a few people that I follow, and I've been listening and I've been paying attention and I've been watching as they have been responding, and I have, I've been taking heed to what they have been saying. And it does, they should not be chasing, because they already knew that once we hit a certain area, there's no way to maneuver the street. The responsibility, should the officers know that? Yes, because there is a police department that sits right in the area where this incident took place. Is there a fire department that sits there? Yes, there is a fire department that sits there. So as far as the breakdown of the area that they were going into, yes, they should have been aware of that. Chasing this young man, we are not going to take away from the fact that this man made a decision to drag race. This man made a decision, and I want them to go on the record and say, because people are saying, oh, this area. This young man was not from Tampa. This young man was from, I think they said, Dade City. He was not from the area. Again, he was somebody that came to the area or was in the area with whomever. However, he was not from here. They said that the air units had tracked them as as they were getting off. So yes, in the area that they were in, they proceeded into Ybor City's busy 7th Avenue, where and this is from the article. It says TPD's air unit tracked it as it then exited downtown. Florida Highway Patrol troopers joined in and tracked the vehicle to Nebraska Avenue and Palm, where they attempted a pit maneuver. Despite that, TPD said the vehicle proceeded down Ybor City's busy 7th Avenue when the vehicle lost control and plowed into the crowd outside Bradley's on 7. The crash rattled the community, and a vigil for the victims was held on Saturday night. So this incident happened early Friday morning, wee hours, Friday night, Saturday morning. And so, yes, so again, we want to send our thoughts and our prayers, but we do want to address the issue. I do believe that there are some other things that need to be discussed as far as these tactics. I know in Tampa, they have instilled a lot of new roundabouts in the area to prevent a lot of the, the chasing. But accountability has to go both ways. If yes, I believe that these officers that did chase them, I believe that they will forever be, touched by this incident. Because even with that, they were in the chase of this young man, so they will have to deal with that fact that because of this chase, this young man took the lives of 4 people. Also, this young man will have to endure for the rest of his life, and remember that he took the life of 4 people and he injured 7 people. At the age of 22, he made a decision that will forever change his life. And that goes to all of my youth and young adults and my parents that are watching. This is a video, and it's so sad that we have to use these types of videos to show our children the truth and the real life, not the glamorized videos. And it's sad that we have to use this as teaching points, but this is a teaching point. At 22 years old, this man has made a decision that literally started from him wanting to go out and have fun and truly not thinking that this fun is endangering the lives of others, and to the point that it did end up taking somebody's life. So, and that's his name again. His name is Silas, 22. And as the parents of this young man, I know that's even worse, because I can only imagine what they've had to endure, knowing that their child made this decision to go out. It's one thing to get a phone call that my child has been arrested for drag racing. It's another thing to get a phone call that your son, or not even to get the phone call, just to be awakened by the news of an incident that took place, and then to find out that your child is the reason that behind that, the ridicule and everything that these family is about to face, because of the decisions of their child. So that's why we have to make sure that we do have those we try and communicate with our children, because I'm pretty sure there was no way for him to call his parents and tell his parents, I'm finna go drag racing, and that's gonna happen. Because we all, again, make decisions. I'm not here to ridicule this baby. I'm sorry that this is what it took to get his attention. Um, I truly am, to the families of the ones that have lost, loved ones this weekend. To Mr. Sherman, that I have met a few times. It's sad because he was a wonderful person. He was a very nice person. That I did get to meet him. I have never met the other people. But again, those are lives that were taken, uh, just for going out and trying to have a good time. So we have to be very mindful when we make decisions, that it has come to the times where we are not safe. Just going to hang out. You don't have to do anything to anybody. And we don't have to, you don't have to bother a person just by circumstances. And, because I don't believe in coincidences, but these people have, lost their lives because of a decision of someone else. So y'all be mindful when y'all be making decisions. They tell you all the time, you have to make it make sense. Because this young man clearly has made a decision that did not make sense, and now he will have to live with those consequences. And that's sad. It really is sad that he traded his life and probably didn't even realize that he was trading his life. But I'm like, yeah. So I mean, seriously. So what do you think? Like, at opening the floor, what do you feel that officer? How do you feel that they should respond to, um, like these cars, people that are getting away? I know we have they do the stop sticks that don't really work. The pit maneuvers. I don't feel that safe either way, because I literally feel like like you're trying to kill, or it's unalive, or take the person's life for like a stolen car, or for drag racing. Should there be? Well, I mean, I don't really know what you could do at a person that's going at an irate of speed, or should they just like trail the person and get them? I don't know. That's kind of hard, because if you can't trail the person all day, or I guess the helicopter thing would have to be what they would use, but you really can't. I don't know. You really it's hard to say like how officer responding. We don't want to sit there and make it comfortable where we say, oh, the officer shouldn't respond or they shouldn't chase them, because we have to also remember that a person shouldn't be doing what it is that it renders them to be chased. We do know we do have some people that work on forces that don't mean us any good, but um we do have to always be mindful. We just have to be very, very mindful. We definitely have to be mindful of everything and everywhere that we go, because the times are really, really hard. Times are getting worse. They definitely are. Oh, let me see. I don't know. I told y'all I got a. Oh, wait a minute. It says something happened. I got a new phone, so I'm trying to Let me see. And then they be working me to death. Let's see, how you doing, Dale? Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, I have a video on this new way they're doing not pit maneuvers. It's a new way they grab your car.
Okay, well, let's see that because I think some need to be done. So we have a new pit maneuver stop. Let's see what they're talking about doing for this.
Only on 12 News, stopping dangerous drivers. We see them all too often. Chaotic chases crisscrossing the valley.
And tonight we're learning about the new tool that's stopping these drivers and keeping the public safe. Tonight, Team 12's William Pitts explains how it works.
The Valley is no stranger to dangerous drivers and police chases that can end very badly. This device turns a cop car into a cowboy, able to rope any car they're chasing. It's Leonard Stock's invention. He came up with the grappler right here in the Valley.
It's certainly gratifying to watch our product that we work so hard to produce being used out in the field.
So far, we've seen grappler captures from Phoenix Police and Arizona DPS. Phoenix Police catching 2 suspected kidnappers. DPS on the 202 in October, stopping a woman who was allegedly driving drunk.
Okay, so they did put something in place. So maybe that's something that they could get around to all of the, you know what I'm saying, to the police departments. Maybe also old boy finna get rich. Maybe I need to go invest in that stock. We need to push that. I need to go talk to him. We need to go and speak with. I need to find out who he is. What it was called, a grappler. The grappler. I'm not a little more into that, but I think that's something maybe we can introduce to the departments down here. See if Auntie can make that connection for them, because I think that would be a safer way. I know a couple of people that have lost their lives in police chases. When I was younger, a few that I've gotten older. I also have a brother that actually took lives. He ended up taking 2 people's lives when he was younger from during a police chase. So this is something that truly hit home, and it was, we were real young when this happened, and I remember he got like a 30-year sentence with this. So he was young. I want to say we were like 15, 16. So he was real young, but decisions was made even back then with the police chases. So nothing has changed, but we're still seeing that police chases lead to death in some situations. So we hope that maybe this product will help out. So maybe that if you're listening and tuned in, you work for the police departments or you work for those community groups that help pitch the equipment and stuff. Maybe Auntie can help pitch them out here to the police departments and see if we can get something in place. Because I know a young lady here that does a lot of advocating for change. So maybe we can see if we can talk to her and get maybe connected with those people and get those down here in Tampa, because we need it. We need something that's going to save our children and save our babies. I'm trying. As I'm telling y'all, don't forget about the event in January. Let's see, what else? Yeah. Oh, we gonna just talk now. So if you so yes, yeah, we gonna talk. They got Auntie is tired. We done tapped into all the conversations. Now it's time to just make it make sense in life. Everything is going on in life. Everything is going on. Y'all see with the whole food stamp situation, we've been reporting on that. I see there are changes. Some states have received the stamps. I know in some states they're giving half stamps, half cash. So I don't know what's gonna come with that. So I'm gonna keep up with that, because I know something got to be going on that they just releasing it. But we gonna keep looking into that. He saved the day for Halloween again. I mean for Thanksgiving. So maybe that was his way to make sure that the kids ate for holidays. I don't know. Yeah, I guess he said closer to the holidays, y'all can't be done spent them up for the holidays. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just saying, just make it make sense. But no, yeah. So we just gonna talk. Auntie been dealing with some stuff like, hey, I don't know. I need some. I need some. I need my listeners. I need my followers. I need y'all to help me make it make sense. So lately, I've been feeling like I keep getting put in the situations where I'm being provoked. Or like I keep telling you, I feel like I be being thrown under the bus. But I also tell them that I'm too big to fit under the bus, so the bus got to stop. So y'all got to make it make sense. Now, if y'all know, if you know me, like I'm a person that really like to go, and I need to just vent a little bit. So I like to go and I try to prevent things from happening because I don't like to deal with the aftermath, and I don't like to deal with the me. And I say the me because I'm a person that really do like I'm a kind of like a stickler. I try to like plan stuff. I try to I be wanting a positive day. I just I want to fellow, just be chilling. And I just be feeling like sometimes people literally wake up in the morning, and I know I'm not like people say, well, who you think you is, Auntie? But I real deal. I be waking up in the morning, and I think like there are people out here that really just wake up and be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go get on her nerves today. I'm gonna bother her all day. I'm gonna dance on her nerve, and when she respond, I'm gonna pretend like I don't know." So I got a situation at my job, and it's like, what I'm saying. And I know everybody listening, y'all know I don't care because I say what I want to at work, outside of work. I mean what I said. So if someone bothers me, I tell them I don't like it, and I don't mean I don't like it. But I have a situation where I feel like there's an employee that is there that no matter how hard I go for this person, are comfortable with throwing me up under the bus. And because I'm trying to be a better person and I'm trying to be a changed person, I have been letting a lot of stuff slide by. And now I'm to a point where, you know what I'm saying, it's just like, you know what I'm saying, you got to fend for yourself. And I'm with that in a lot of situations in my life. You pretty much at a place where you got to fend for yourself. You got to figure it out. Because I'm not going to be there to protect you, or I'm going to stop. Because if you feel like you want to just go out there and be a crash dummy in life, you are more than welcome to do that. You just not allowed to tag me in when, you know what I'm saying, when you crash out. Like you are not allowed to do that because I'm allowed to respond how I want to respond, and people have a tendency to want to tell me how to respond or that I shouldn't respond a certain way when something bothers me. If it bothers me, if it bothers you, you allowed to say it. Don't let nobody try to make you feel like, oh, you have to be comfortable with their mess, because you don't. Absolutely don't. Call their mess out. If it bothers them, that's a them problem, not a you problem. But if you allow it to go on and you don't say nothing, then that's a you problem and you chose to deal with that. I'm a person that I'm gonna say something about it. If it bothers you, then you'll finally make a change. If not, that's on you, but I will leave you to your own flotation device. Period. And you just better hope that you put in the patchwork, whatever you had to do when I remove services, that I have been rendering, because you have to stand on your own. You out there by yourself. Make sure you come prepared for your little trip, because I ain't on it. I'm not. And with that being said, I'm going into a new year. I'm trying to be a more focused individual. I'm trying to handle more things. I know this year I kind of dropped the ball. And again, I'm okay with saying that, because I tell y'all, accountability, be okay with not being okay with taking accountability for the things that you do, for the situations that you put yourself in. You have to be able to take accountability for those. I told y'all this is my venting session. Rumor going around that you hit 250,000 listeners. Any truth to this? I saw a post on the. Yes, it is true, Walter. We have hit over 251,000. I have. I definitely have. And I could not have done it without each and every one of you, especially you, Walter. To one of my number one fans, like especially to you, Walter. We have definitely hit over 251,000. So y'all already know I am so right. Look at it. Look at the growth. It's going on 2 years. We are 2 months away from 2 years. 2 years of making it make sense for Auntie. And in that, we have grown to over 251,000. Who would have thought that? Me. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that Auntie would have got up here? Well, I know who would have DC. And listen, that man, baby, listen. That man right there. That man, that's the man. He real deal. It's almost, you know what I'm saying, 2 years. But I'm telling y'all want to keep the content going. You can always make the donations too, or you can send the money over. Y'all keep these shows going. You can always tap in that Cash App Auntie 24. Listen, thank you so much. Show out. We truly want to thank everybody that tuned in. Everybody. But yeah, you can make donations. You can go over to the website to get the information for the upcoming event. I'm gonna jump back over to that because I'm super excited about that. If you know me, then you already know I'm over here. We over here. I'm putting together bracelets and stuff for the event. Y'all can ask DC. I like crafts. I like doing stuff, and I overdo it. So I'm trying not to overdo it this year. I'm trying not to overdo it this year. But I want to have fun. How you doing, Amanda? I didn't know you were that high already. Yes, ma'am, Miss Amanda. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes. It came fast, and I'm grateful for it. It really did. It came very, very fast. And I pray to God that it keep going. I'm thankful and I'm grateful. And I truly pray that more people tune in and listen and that they are able to take something away from Auntie. I don't want to be better than nobody. I just want to be able to help somebody make it make sense. I want to be able to take the experiences that I went through, not to gloat about them, but to be able to help somebody walk through their situations, give them a little bit of better understanding. And with, saying that, if you are going through anything, if you need somebody to talk to, you can always reach out to Auntie. I have a new number, so I'm gonna have to change all that stuff. I forgot to do the flyer and get it over to DC. But you can reach out. You can choose that one. You can show that one. Make it make sense with Auntie. The number it changed. So I will get that telephone number over to you, but all of the rest of the information is still good. Lemons make it make sense at gmail.com. Or if you would like to be a sponsor or a vendor, you can reach me at admin at make it make sense with auntie.com. When life give you lemons, I'm telling you, you can reach out. This week has been it's been very, very healing. I have met a lot of people this week, and I have networked with a lot of people, and I have had some very touching experiences with a few people at my job. What is it? In the last couple of weeks, God has been putting me in a place where a lot of souls, and I can say souls, have been fed. When I say, and if you know what it's like to have your soul fed, then you will know exactly what I'm talking about. I have been put in at my job. The area that I am put in, is unfavorable to a lot of people, but it is a flourishing area. It is my home for where I'm from. So I don't mind giving back to my community. We do have a lot of people that are homeless. I do have a lot of people that are on drugs. Now, there are some respectful ones and there are some disrespectful ones. Again, Auntie will meet you where you at. If you come at me disrespectfully, you best believe I can meet that. However, I will do it with a smile, and I will do it to a point where you will get the message, not to hurt or harm you, but to make you be aware of how your behaviors and your actions can affect how others treat you or, mistreat you. So this week there's a couple that always comes in, and the young lady was going through some stuff, and I told her, I said, you just touched me, so I'm going to talk about you when I get on the show. And she was like, I don't care. But it feels good when you know that your aura or your light shows to others, and others feel, comfortable talking to you about what they're going through. There are people out there that don't feel comfortable, so they feel like they bother them. I'm a person that, because I work with energies, and I feel like the energy that I kind of know if you coming to play on my time, or if you genuine with what you coming to me for. So it's a blessing when other people can see that light and they can see what you do when they see you. And so I do want to, I am grateful and humbled that people do see the real me, the genuine me, and that I am who I am in person, the same person that I am on this pill, that I'm at work, that I am in my family, that I truly believe that you have to be accountable if you want people to be genuine with you. And even then, a lot of people can't do that because sometimes accountability is something that is hard for them to address. I want everybody to get comfortable in their skin. I know it won't work for everybody, but we do want to give them the opportunity to do so. You know what? I forgot. I sent me the link while I was just on it before we leave out of here. I think you have to go on the pay help site, but y'all, I ain't tell y'all, but Auntie had wrote some books. I think I told y'all, but now y'all can actually go and get them. Y'all can start getting the ebooks, and there's planners. So we have planners that you are able to download. I have many journals, many workbooks. I do have more things coming to the site. The Fruitlings and the Fruitiverse are here. So the mini series is getting ready to come out. You will be able to meet the characters. So you will have to go over to Auntie Mims and the Fruitlings and the Fruitiverse. Make sure y'all join that group. If you have kids, if you have the youth, even the adults, because I done showed some of the characters to the adults and the little videos to the adults, and the adults like it. So, and that's good. If you can relate to a character, I want y'all to pick y'all character. I think I have there's almost like 20 characters. Each of them has something different and unique about them that people can relate to. I want to say this: if you are one of my listeners, if you know somebody, if there is a special attribute that people don't talk about enough, or if it is something that you are dealing with, whether it be something that is deemed that people look against, and you are dealing with this. Let's see, Tyrone. Did you see that he discount market in Hillsborough County got busted for selling synthetic? Yes, 14 arrests and businesses. We actually did. I did see that a lot of those stores. I used to frequent those locations, so they are, of course, in my city. One of those stores has restaurants inside of there that we frequent. I love my city. I do. I When I seen the bus, I hadn't seen it, but they did send it to me, Tyrone, and I was wild because, as you seen, they were literally like doing the drug test inside of the stores. Um,
I found the story already. I mean, it's right here. It's right in front.
you we might as well end the show with the drug buster Tampa. Hey,
Might
listen,
as well show what's going on. They cleaned Tampa up. Let's go.
might as well make it make sense, baby. And you seen it here.
More than a dozen Hillsborough County convenience store owners and merchants are in jail accused of selling synthetic marijuana and other harmful drugs. The bust was simultaneously conducted by deputies and detectives at 7 different locations. We want to bring in Fox 13's Jennifer Veglas live at our newsroom tonight. And Jennifer, these drugs pack a harmful punch, don't they?
Yeah, Lloyd, that synthetic marijuana is also known as spice and could land you in the ER. Today, I visited all 7 locations accused of selling those drugs, and they're for the most part in the university area. And things were quiet.
A trip to the gas station or convenience store used to mean picking up lottery tickets, tobacco products.
When I was a little kid, I would go to a store, get a little pieces of candy, maybe some gum.
But in a month-long investigation by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, leading to simultaneous busts, with 14 arrested on Thursday, detectives uncovered what's behind the counters at these 7 convenience stores is much more dangerous.
The idea that you're going there and getting Schedule 1 or illegal drugs is so scary.
Y'all see, I had to sip my tea. Hey, Tampa. We showing that, y'all. Listen. Some of them people that was just posted on, like, I'm gonna sip my tea. I'm telling you, and y'all see that. Listen, my girl Christy, and y'all already know it. She already got my tea right. But seriously, the bus when I seen it and I seen what they was taking up out of the I ain't gonna call their names out. Y'all know who y'all is. When I seen what was coming up out the store, I already know because some of those locations, when you walk through the door, they have it. I know through. Me too. Listen, I used to have restaurants inside of some of these locations. Like, what you mean? And when it went across the screen, it was like, ooh, wow. Dang. But for real, some of these places you can go in there and get what they say, thank you for your help today. No problem, love. Oh, you welcome. No problem. No problem. Listen. No problem. Absolutely no problem. If Auntie can help you, I am truly grateful that I am able to assist y'all. Thank you for allowing me to help you. Thank you allowing me to be of service to any of y'all. I really appreciate that. I think that I'm thankful and grateful that you all take that you're able to listen. Not even that you take my advice, but you actually listen and you're able to make it make sense, or at least try to. Like I said, I do have some new material that we are that I am posting. There will be freebies that you're able to get. You can go and download books. I have planners. I have some upcoming webinars. I'm super excited. If you're in the Atlanta area, we should be in Atlanta this weekend. I would love to network this weekend. If you out there and Auntie come to town, y'all can show me the town. Don't be trying to kidnap me now. I'm telling y'all now, listen, you ain't gonna get nothing. Try to get me, you won't get nothing but some unpaid bills. I promise you. Don't be trying to get me. It's too cold. I don't want to play. But nah, for real, I'm gonna be out in the city. I'm gonna be out in Atlanta this weekend. I know y'all ain't seen my girl Miss K, but she is around. She is here. She is still doing what she gotta do. She'll be here on Tuesday night soon. Work schedules change. I'm thankful again that I'm in a position where I was able to just maneuver my schedule around and make it make sense for all of my listeners, because y'all all make it make sense for me. And y'all do. Y'all don't understand. To all those that tell me I help them out. Y'all help me. Y'all give me, y'all do. Y'all give me some meaning. Y'all give me something to look forward to every week. I look forward to each and every one of y'all that tune in. If you would like to be a sponsor, you can always reach out. If you have a product that y'all want Auntie to try, y'all can send it in, tap in to Auntie, let me know. I like new stuff. If you are looking to get, listen, if y'all need your go on over there to Smooth Transitions Designs. Here on Facebook. Tap in, call them, set up your appointments. The holidays coming. Check me out in a couple of days. I will have the pajamas will be available, so you all will be able to do the you all custom pajamas for the holidays. I know y'all getting ready for the matching pajama sets. Y'all don't want to look like everybody else, so make sure y'all tap in over here and get one of my creations. Listen, Smooth Transitions do what he do, but when it comes to designing, Auntie is that girl. If y'all see Auntie in the back, just look there, listen. She back there. She peeping. She making it make sense. Y'all tap in over to YouTube. Make sure y'all follow us at Auntie Mim so y'all do not miss an episode. Stay tuned for Simply Complicated at 11. Always stay tuned to BFAM. You ain't got nothing better to do. Y'all want to make sure you stay tuned over here so you don't never miss anything. This your girl Auntie. I thank you all for tuning in. See y'all next Tuesday at 9. Don't forget that when life give you lemons, make sure that you make it make sense. Look out for the tickets that are available for the event in January. I want to see you and your children. I want to see everybody out there. I want to see y'all for 2026. We got work to do, and I'm excited.